Hello everyone. In this video will be my quick thoughts and first impressions on Crusader Squads and the Black Templars recent codex release. This video, like my video on Sword Brethren, is just going to be my quick thoughts and first impressions on what I've read of the the Crusader Squad datasheet. I, like in the Sword Brethren video, don't have very much first-hand experience with playing an actual full-on game with the Black Templars. The only real experience I technically have is a combat patrol game. This was when their index was still, their current rules, and a solo game of 40k of pitting my Black Templars list that I had cooked up against my Chaos Space Marine list that I am very familiar with playing. So, just as a quick little disclaimer, but I hope you guys enjoy the video. Now, overall, my thoughts and first impressions. With the models, I think overall the unit looks fine. The unit looks good. Personally, I don't like how neophyte models look, but I am not a fan of Space Marine Scouts. I think Space Marine Scouts just look, I'd say, not goofy. They just look bad. They're not what I want to. They're not what I want in a Space Marine army personally. They just don't fit the aesthetic or vibe personally. Personal tastes, some people may like how Scouts and Neophytes look. I personally just don't. The Initiates and Sword Brother, they look great. I think the Initiates being, Space Marines that look normal, but they have the tabard. That's the kind of drip and style I personally like. If I personally could have, Assault Intercessors with that kind of drip, yes. Yes, please. I take it any time of the week, any time of the day. In terms of what I've seen of their data sheet for their melee, they seem to do well melee. From what I read, similar to Sword Brethren, the fact being that they can have, at minimum 9 chain swords with sustained hits 1, that seems pretty good. Especially taking into consideration the Templar vows with accepting any challenge no matter the odds. Having chain swords wound other Space Marines on 3s instead of 4s, that's pretty solid. I think that's overall pretty solid. The Sword Brother having a master-crafted power weapon, that's pretty solid. Same thing with talking about Sword Brothers or Sword Brethren in previous video. That's solid. That's going to do some damage. That's going to do some work. Their new ability, I think it's cool. I think them having a surge move of some form is handy. Now, is it as strong as their old index ability of, re-rolling advance and charge rolls? I wouldn't say so. Simply because their old ability, you could just kind of you're going to get value out of it one way or another, right? You're going to get value out of it when you were making advance rolls with these Crusaders, and you're going to end up getting value out of it if you need to make a charge and you're like, crap, I needed a 5-inch charge and I rolled a 3, total, let me re-roll this without spending a command point. That's overall, that is useful. Their new ability, allowing them to, surge move towards enemy units, is good. It's, I think, less good because it's specifically in your opponent's shooting phase and they have to have been shot and lose any models. I think that's where it's okay, conditionally that's a little unfortunate, but then again, at minimum, you're running a unit of 10 guys. It could be worse. Granted, I think if you were to ask most people who've played Black Templars, hey, would you rather the index ability or their new codex ability? I would want to think that most people you would ask would probably say I would like their index ability more. I would you'd think that they would want to take that more than their current one. In terms of my personal use case, if I were to run them around, which I do have a list already set up for Black Templars, I'm very much eager to try it. I do want to play it against one of my friends in my local group. I'm not sure as to who is going to be the first person I can wrangle up to get a game going, but it's going to be one 10-man unit, one 10-model unit of Crusaders led by a Marshal and Castellan and a Land Raider Crusader. I think overall that has the makings of being potentially pretty solid. I do intend on making a little quick thoughts and video about the new rules for the Land Raider Crusader for Black Templars, so that will be in the future. But with that, guys, that'll be my quick thoughts on the Crusader Squads. I appreciate you guys for watching and listening. Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts are on the Crusader Squads. What kind of experiences have you had with them before their codex? What do you think of them currently now? What kind of experiences have you had with them currently? If you've gotten any games in, do you like their new ability? Do you prefer their old ability? Do you think GW should have stuck with their old one? Feel free to say whatever you feel like in the comment section down below. Like always, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. Feel free to like the video and subscribe if you'd like. You don't have to. You're by no means obligated to do so. And once again, like the previous video, this is a quick one. Quick thoughts. Once I get more first-hand experience and game time with the Black Templars, I'm fairly certain I'm going to make longer videos just giving more detailed thoughts on just from my experience, what have I noticed or whatnot with these Black Templar units. And I, of course, mean to make some more quick thoughts and first impressions on the other units in the Black Templars that are specific to Black Templars that got updated. May not be for the vehicles other than the Crusader. But with that, guys, I hope you're having a great time wherever you may find yourself, whether you're at work, just starting school, or studying for college exams or whatever have you. Hope you're having a great time wherever you may find yourself. And if you're not, well, I hope things can turn around and get better. But with that, guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.